Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a very highly requested video slash topic. I'm going to be comparing the Revlon Volumizer with the Drybar Double Shot blow dryer, and I'm also going to bring in my Dyson Airwrap. So all of these hair devices are super popular. The Revlon Volumizer was incredibly popular with my audience because I used the hell out of it and very organically promoted it. I did do a sponsored video a year and a half ago, but I was promoting it long before that and long after that. This was my ride or die. The proof is really in these bristles. Like, they really worked their ass off. Look at that. I'm gonna do, I guess, an A/B test. I'm gonna do the Revlon Volumizer on one side and I'm gonna do the Drybar Double Shot on the other. I washed my hair last night, and so it's been in this towel ever since. My hair blow dries the best when it's freshly washed, but I'm just not that person that can wash their hair like first thing in the day and still go about their day. Like, it's so time consuming. I'd lose the whole day and like all my productivity. Let's get right to it because I don't want to waste any more time.
I'll make it easy like Sunday. Easy like Sunday.
So first things first, I always put in a hair serum. I did put some in my hair last night after I washed it, but I will put some more now. My hair is pretty dry, so it can take quite a bit of like product without getting greasy or anything. So it's just 2 pumps. I'm gonna start it down at my end, just work it up. And then since I'm gonna be heat styling, we have to go in with a heat protectant. So for that, I love the Kerastase. So this one is for anti-frizz, this one's for anti-breakage. And you know what? I'm gonna go in with the anti-breakage today. They're both Kerastase. I don't know why I thought it was called blow dry milk, unless there's another Kerastase product I like. So this one's for damaged hair. The orange packaging is for frizzy hair. I love them both.
Just one more time, babe.
And then for my roots, I like to go in with a thickening spray. I can't find the one I normally use. I will link it below. I think it's called Queen for the Day Thickening Spray, but I can't find it. It's been missing for like the past month. So I'm gonna go in with my big sexy hair root pump. I don't want to do too much because I don't want my hair to get too tacky or anything. But this will give me some really nice volume.
I'm not closing my eyes without you.
Alright, so we're gonna do this side with the Revlon Volumizer. Wow, look at my curls. My roots are curly, my curls are coming back. I lost a lot of my curl pattern here just from like damage over the years, but my hair has been getting so much healthier and it's getting long again, and I'm super excited. So when I blow dry with the Volumizer or the Double Shot, I don't really go in like perfect neat sections. I just kind of go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. I wake up in the morning, the sun shining on your face. You tell me close the curtains, but you look so damn beautiful. I gotta have you here, just one more time, baby. Your body's on mine while we sipping this red wine.
Alright, there's one half. So with the Volumizer and Double Shot dryer, I pretty much just blow dry my hair straight. My hair texture doesn't really do that like blowout bounce. It just doesn't. My hair is too coarse for that. I need a smaller barrel to actually get a bend in my hair, and this is a pretty big barrel. So this was my ride or die for the longest time. I mean, I was not able to make my hair presentable in a simple manner ever in my life. I used to get like relaxers put in my hair in high school, which probably wasn't completely necessary. I think I just needed the right hair care. When I first discovered the Revlon Volumizer, I just about friggin' cried because not only did it look really good, I've had methods to make it look good for a while, but it was so fast. Like, I could do my whole head in under 10 minutes to just, you know, smooth it out. And it just, I could wash my hair spontaneously. I didn't have to like plan my wash days as seriously as I used to have to, and it just really changed my life, and like it really helped me feel more confident just having my hair nice. If my hair is nice and I don't feel like I need to wear makeup. And now I love the Dyson Airwrap, but I did recently get the Drybar Double Shot dryer. First thing I noticed was it's very similar to the Revlon Volumizer, but it is longer. I don't know if you can see that. It is longer and it is skinnier. And after kind of comparing them, it's much lighter. Since it's longer, the weight is distributed a little more nicely, so it doesn't feel like, not that this feels like it's tipping, but you really feel the weight push on either side. Whereas this is kind of, I don't know, it's nicer to hold. It's more ergonomic, I guess, if that's the right word. One thing I really wanted to look into was, what were these bristles made out of? A lot of my following is Muslim. A big concern of theirs was the bristles. On the product information description, it says that they use boar bristle technology. I personally don't have a problem with using boar bristles. I have boar bristle brushes. With my hair type, it's just the type of brush I need to really pull my hair tight and taut and like smooth out my hair. But for a lot of people, it was a big concern, and so a lot of people were not buying it, even though they wanted it. And a lot of different people reached out to Revlon asking exactly what these bristles are made out of, and some said it was like a synthetic boar hair, and then some said it was a blend. Some people said it is boar hair. And so hearing all these contradicting answers didn't really give the people that were concerned about that a lot of confidence, and so it really steered away a lot of people from purchasing it. And it's unfortunate because it could very well be synthetic, and we just don't know because there's not a consistent answer. I mean, Revlon is a huge company with so many different products, so many different product lines, and also even with just the Volumizer, a North American version, there's a UK version, like there's so many different versions. We couldn't really get a straight answer, but with Drybar, they are a much smaller company. Smaller meaning like they're not a big umbrella brand like Revlon. And when they sent this to me, I asked the brand directly what the bristles are made out of. I mean, at first look, it's pretty clear that they're synthetic. As you can see, they're like gray. Before I even used it, it kind of had like that plasticky, shiny kind of look to it. To the touch, they are softer. They're not as hard as like, you know, the bristles on this, which have kind of flattened out now. But yeah, and even the color of these, it's not pure black. It's kind of like a black-brown mix. So it's unclear. Actually, yeah, some of these look plastic, but then some kind of look like they could be boar hair. So I have no idea. But this is very, like, just visually, it's very obviously synthetic, but I asked and they did confirm it is a halal, kosher, one-step blow dryer volumizer, right? I love them both. I feel like they work very similarly, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this side as well. All right, this side is down. I don't really section my hair when I use either of these blow dry brushes, so I don't really have a sophisticated way of doing it. It's just because the barrel is so big, which I like. If it was smaller, like if it was this width all the way around like a cylinder, then I could probably really get some curls with it and really get that bounce with it. But it would also take me a while and I would not be able to get that smooth look. I would just be able to get that like curl look or whatever. So I really think this is like a hybrid of a paddle brush and a round brush. I would say it's kind of a mix of the two. It grabs so much hair at once that I don't section it, and also that's the appeal of it to me, getting it dry and smooth as fast as possible. So let's go ahead and do it. Oh yeah, I mean, just using one right after the other, this one is way lighter. I do notice that it isn't as grippy. The Revlon does grip more, which might be more important for girls that have even more texture or curl than I do. The grip is very important to me. While I might be able to get away with it either way, others might need that pull and that tension.
Closing my eyes without you. Whatever you want.
Okay, actually, the Revlon works better. It's getting it dry and it's getting it smooth, but it has like a more like fluffiness to it, whereas this one really got it smooth. And you know what, for me, I think it comes down to that bristle. This is my first time using them at the same time. You know, I only used this previously like just as is, and so that isolated experience made me feel like they were the same, but now seeing one side and the other, I think the Revlon works better on me, but let's see.
Look outside, it's nighttime. The moon shining on your skin.
Yeah, it's not as grippy. It's gripping, but it definitely does not hold as much tension as the other one. No way. Yeah. But the upside to that is it is fluffier and more voluminous. I don't like a flat look on me. Now I'm very curious what the actual consensus is for the Revlon. Like, is it bore or is it not? Because just from seeing the way this is drying, I'm a little shook. The result is gorgeous. It has more fluff, so I do like that. But let me finish and see how the final smoothness looks. If it's smooth but more voluminous, then I'm happier with this. But if it's more voluminous but still has kind of like it's not as smooth, then I won't be as happy. So let's see. Both of these, I don't like that this is here because there's no way I'm gonna flip it over to a cool shot to hold in the look while it's in my hair. Like, it's not easy to just kind of finagle, whereas the Dyson switches to cool so easily. But anyway, let me finish. So my hair is most textured right on my crown, so I really want that tension to smooth it out. I'm not sure if I'm getting it. There's definitely a noticeable difference in the experience and action of using them. But if the hair looks the same either way, whatever. This side's Revlon, this side is Drybar. Oh, there's definitely a difference. The difference is pretty obvious to me, but of course I know my hair. This side is sleeker and more flat. This side is more voluminous, but less sleek. So I think that volume is actually from, you know, the hair is not being perfectly smooth. Like, yeah, see how it kind of catches? Let's see if this side does the same. No, not as much. Yeah, because this one has more texture to it. I will list out my pros and cons because I think I need to think about it for a moment, but let's think out loud. So Revlon, pros, cheap. It retails for 60 bucks, but there are always Ulta coupons or sales. Sometimes there's even Amazon coupons. Definitely way more grippy. And I guess that's pretty much it because there isn't that much difference between these two. Cons are it's a little heavier and the weight balance is a little more uncomfortable, but nothing terrible. Other cons, and it goes for both of these actually, is see how this got really matted? It pretty much got to this about a year of regular use. That's not that good. A blow dryer I would keep for years and years until it burns out or until suddenly there's another blow dryer that I like way more. Whereas a hairbrush, a round brush, I replace once it gets flat like this. But are you gonna throw away a whole blow dryer because the bristles are all messed up? It just feels really wasteful, not only money-wise, but also for the environment to throw away this entire thing just because the bristles went flat, you know? So I kind of wish you could screw off the top and replace this part, because I mean, you know, this is the mechanism right here. These are just bristles. So that would be a really nice thing I would like to see from both Revlon and Drybar for maybe a V2. Pros of the Drybar. It's thinner, it's lighter, it's more ergonomic, it's not as uncomfortable to use. It's aesthetically pleasing. It looks like a sleek, trendy device. The Drybar is a trendy brand, of course. Cons, it's more expensive than the Volumizer. It's a little more than double the price. So this retails for about $60. This retails, I think, for $150. And if these bristles flatten out the way the Revlon one did, that's a huge bummer if you have to keep replacing it. Now, I do have more textured hair. I do really need that tension. So I put this to work. I really pull. So, you know, not everyone is gonna blow through bristles as quickly as I do. It's not as grippy. So if you have, you know, frizzier hair, coarser hair that really needs that tension, that's a problem. Huge pro of this, it's all synthetic bristles. There's no boar hair, pig hair in this. It's vegan, it's halal, it's kosher. Another comparison, I mentioned it on my stories, was if you take a look at the vents On this one, we have vertical vents. Here we have like these wavy vents, like horizontal vents. I'm not sure what kind of difference that would make, but that's just something to note. They're not direct copies of each other where they like got the same thing from China and slapped their name on it. They are different. I will say there's a ton of knockoffs of the Revlon one that look exactly like this. So I'm not an engineer. I don't know if this is the same as those $20, $30 ones with a name slapped on it, or if those are just knockoffs of it and they made it look like it aesthetically as well. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. A big question I get and the internet gets is the Dyson Airwrap a dupe for the Revlon Volumizer? I want to say no. No, not at all. First of all, something that's $60 and something that's near $600 are never going to be direct dupes of each other, but just functionally they do different things. I purposely put this paddle on it because I feel like if you're gonna compare the two, this is the bristle you need to compare. Like I said earlier, this feels to me like a hybrid of a paddle brush and a round brush. It's not a pure round brush, it's just not. This feels like the most paddly of the accessories. I would never use this personally. I don't think this is for my hair type. Now, the attachment that I'm loving lately is actually the round brush hair type. Now this is like a purist round brush attachment. Like it looks just like a round brush you'd blow dry with, and I get a beautiful bounce with this. And so normally when I use my Airwrap, I use the curling barrels, and then for like dry hair, like day 3 hair, day 4 hair, I always go in with this. I've never used this on wet hair yet. I just feel like it would become a tangled mess on me because it's not a big paddle the way this is. But on already dry hair, oh, I love it so much lately. So I'm gonna go over this straight-ish, smooth-ish hair with this to show you kind of what I do with day 3, day 4 hair. It might not come out the same because my hair is clean right now. Yeah, I just don't think this is a dupe, but a lot of people ask if it's worth it. It's worth it depending on your needs and which attachments you like. So personally, for me, those curling barrels are amazing, and I feel like those are what makes the Dyson Airwrap unique. No other brand has anything like that, right? So whereas like the paddle, like there's a lot of blow dry brushes like that. There's a lot of straightening brushes. My sister-in-law, she really likes this attachment, but there's plenty of blow dry brushes that are just round brushes. If you can spend $50 or even $100, that's way better than $600. $600 is worth it if you're using the unique attachments or like multiple attachments. So for me, I use the curling barrels and this one. I've never touched the other ones. The little blow dry attachment's cool, but I already have the Dyson blow dryer, and I don't traditionally blow dry my hair anyway. I like to go from wet to styled, which is why I love this and why I love these too. But that's my hair type. We all have different needs. I already have product in my hair, but I'm gonna just use another smoothing product. This is the Moroccan Oil Hydrating Styling Cream. Go in with that. It just helps add a little moisture back to my hair, so when I style it, wet to dry, and then I can do a cool shot and really hold it. The Dyson Airwrap makes it very easy to do a cool shot. Either you flip this all the way down or you hold this one up. I'm not gonna do my whole head right now. I'm gonna show you how I do like the hair on my face lately. Normally I always flip out my hair, but lately I've been flipping it in. It's just a whole new style, and I really love it here as well because it gives me a lot of volume. So let's start with this side. So I start at the root, I pull up, I do one wrap like this, and I pull up, and when I get kind of like halfway, 2/3 of the way through, I wrap this around, and then I roll this down. I hold for a little bit, and then I flip it to cool. I hold it until it doesn't feel hot anymore. I really want to lock that style in, and so I really wish the Revlon and Drybar had a more handy cool shot. Flip it off. Let's see if it works. I always do it on dirty hair. Let's see. Look at that. How beautiful does that look? I love it. Check that out. That looks so good. Hi.
Look what it is.
Hi.
Mama has makeup.
Mama has makeup, that's right. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that like my hairstyle lately kind of changed. And so that's how I do it, but I do it on like dirty hair. So when it's clean, it's just kind of doesn't hold the same. Just to kind of touch up what I put down with the Revlon and Drybar, like I already have a lot more volume. I do have a first impressions kind of tutorial using the curling barrels on my IGTV. I'll do another one in a couple days with the round brush attachment of how I do like day 3 hair. So you guys can properly see that. Today I really want to show the Revlon and the Drybar, but I want to throw in the Dyson also to just show you guys that it's not a dupe. They do completely different things. Of course, my husband and daughter are just like distracting me now. I hope you guys really love this. I hope it was helpful. Please subscribe if you're not already, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.